What they say, I'm not too much.
And now, ladies and gentlemen in attendance, and boxing fans joining us around the world, it's showtime!
Welcome to Big Faces Worldwide, where we talking nothing but this boxing, man. What's good, family? Hey, listen, man, first off, let me welcome everybody to the channel. And if you're new here, I want you to be here. So think about hitting that subscribe button as we stay knee deep into this boxing conversation, man. Hey, Bob Arum has come out and stated that the fight between Shakur Stevenson and Josh Warrington will likely be in May or June. It will take place over there in the UK where, Warrington is from. Shakur Stevenson has been calling out Josh Warrington. But even before he became a champion, right after he won the belt, he immediately called out Josh Warrington. You know what I mean? So he's been wanting this fight with Josh Warrington for a long time now. The question is Shakur Stevenson with 13 fights ready for Josh Warrington and all his experiences? Josh Warrington at 30 fights. He's 30-0, but the big knock on Josh Warrington is that he has no power. He only got 7 knockouts out of his 30 fights. You know what I'm saying? Shakur Stevenson is 13-0 with 7 knockouts, man. This is an interesting fight, man, for a number of reasons, man. I think Josh Warrington has sort of had a resurgence, a rebirth to his career, a rejolt in his last couple fights, man. He has beaten some really good competition, man. He's beat Carl Frampton, Kid Galahad, Lee Selby, just to name a few, man. And the biggest name on Shakur Stevenson's resume is Joet Gonzalez. You understand what I'm saying? So I think the experience factor definitely goes to Josh Warrington. I believe he's about 28, 29, 30, somewhere around that range. I know Shakur is 22. So Shakur has the youth factor. I think the skills department, Shakur definitely had the skills to pay the bills, you know what I mean? But Josh Warrington, if you watch his last couple fights, he has been a beast, an animal, man. Non-stop action. He's going to pressure you. He's going to try to rough you up, man. And is Shakur really ready for that type of style? You know what I'm saying? Can Shakur, keep Josh Warrington off of him? Like I said, he doesn't have a lot of knockouts. 7 knockouts out of 30 fights, that's pathetic, man. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like Paulie Malignaggi. One could call him pillow-fisted. But lately, man, he's got a couple stoppages. A couple of those 7 knockouts came within his last few fights. You know what I'm saying? But first, Shakur Stevenson's got to get the win over Miguel Mariaga. Now, Miguel Mariaga, he ain't no slouch. You know what I'm saying? He's a good, solid fighter. He fought Lomachenko. I thought that, he touched Lomachenko up. If you go look at that fight, look at Lomachenko's face after that fight, you can see that he touched Lomachenko up. Now, Lomachenko ended up dominating him and getting him out of here. But, you know what I'm saying? He made a decent account of himself, man. He didn't just get, ran over. You know what I'm saying? Mariaga has a good amateur pedigree. He defeated guys like Nicholas Walters. He fought a lot of good competition. You know what I'm saying? And this is going to be Shakur's biggest test. And Shakur could have waited until the summertime to face Josh Warrington. He could have just relaxed and, waited for that unification fight, man. But Shakur said, nah, I want to stay busy. I want to get a fight in between. So Shakur is definitely confident in his skills. He's definitely, ready to take on the challenge. You know what I'm saying? And therefore, insert Miguel Mariaga. Now he's going to take on him. He got to defeat him in order to get to Josh Warrington, man. This is going to be, this is going to tell us a lot about the kid Shakur Stevenson, man. You know what I'm saying? If he's able to go out there and beat Mariaga, which I think he should be. You know what I'm saying? The things that I've seen, the eye test, the eye test that Shakur Stevenson has put before me is marquee. I think Shakur will be a major player in this boxing game for a long, long time, man. I see him at the top shelf, the elite level for years to come. Like I said, he's only 22 years old, man. He's the youngest world champion, and after his first championship, what does he do? He immediately calls out for a unification match. That goes to show you the type of gall, the type of mettle that this kid has, the type of confidence that this kid has. And, to be the best, you got to have that type of confidence. You got to be willing to face all comers, man. You got to want to challenge yourself, you know what I'm saying? And Shakur's goal is to be a unified champion at featherweight before moving up, because, he does have a big frame. He has talked about moving up to 130. So that's the reason why I think he wants Josh Warrington right away. After that fight, maybe he'll defend his title one time, should he be successful against Josh Warrington. Because this ain't no shoe-in. This is not a shoe-in. Josh Warrington and Shakur Stevenson, I think, will be a very, very good matchup. Very good matchup. I think Shakur can outbox Warrington if he's able to deal with Warrington's pressure. Shakur is the southpaw. You know what I'm saying? He's slick. He has a lot of explosiveness. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to this fight, man. June can't get here fast enough, man. I do think Shakur is ready for Josh Warrington, but I do not think it's a shoe-in. I think it will be a very competitive fight. I think Josh Warrington, he's hungry, he's eager, and he's looking at Shakur like, what have you done? You haven't really done anything to, compared to my resume. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like a slap in the face that a young guy with 13 fights is calling me out. I got 30 fights. I got 30 wins. I'm 30-0. I'm undefeated. I've been here longer than you, man. These are the things that's going through Josh Warrington's mind. And Shakur is just a young, hungry fighter. He surrounds himself with top-level fighters, man. You see the videos and the pictures and the relationship that he has with pound-for-pound great Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? He's up there in Colorado Springs, training with them often. Jamel Herring, Andre Ward is his co-manager, along with Jay Prince, and both of those guys are highly respected in the game. We know what Andre Ward has done in the game. James Prince has been around for, decades in this boxing game. And we know that he commands respect. He commands, every accolade that a manager can have, man. James Prince has been there and done that. So Shakur has a great team around him, and I think that, they're doing it the right way. You know what I'm saying? If you look around at some of these young boxers who are out partying, out, not saying that Shakur, don't go and enjoy himself, but you don't see him falling into some of the bad habits as some of these fighters. You know what I'm saying? He had that little run-in with the law, a couple of years ago when he turned 21. You know what I'm saying? But these are things that comes with being young and being successful. You know what I'm saying? But I think that, the team around him was able to, put a finger on him and able to, steer him in the right direction, man. Now, Josh Warrington, he's going to come to fight. He's going to bring the fight to Shakur, and everything's going to depend on whether Shakur can weather the storm. If he's able to weather the storm, I think he can outbox Josh Warrington very, very easily. I'm looking forward to this fight. Hopefully it becomes official. But first, Shakur got to get past Miguel Mariaga. Listen, man, I appreciate y'all tuning in. You can catch me on Twitter, Instagram, at Big Faces Worldwide, all one word. But in the meantime and in between time, stay blessed and keep on supporting this sport that we love called boxing. Peace. I'll be back.
A down ass nigga, a down ass hood, a down ass click down to serve a nigga good. A down ass nigga, a down ass hood, a down ass click down to serve a nigga good.